Welcome. We have a new moon coming up, don't we? March the 27th, 2017 at 7 degrees of Aries. We have the sun and moon conjunct, so that means new moon, new starts, new possibilities, new growth. So my name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Let's find out what the energy of the moon has in store for us. So we will pick 5 cards here, and we start with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. So there's going to be a lot of mixed feelings with this new moon. It's not going to be cut and dry, new paths, new seeds being planted. There's a lot more to it. We have the Five of Wands, the people in our lives standing above. This may be a real want or a need to succeed. And not just succeed, but to succeed big time. To really push through to the goals and dreams and desires that you truly want. And perhaps with the help of others. We have the Nine of Pentacles as our middle card. And this really talks about how we are starting a new path. This is the new day dawning. This is all the work, all the wisdom that we have accumulated. Now we are going to be using it going forward. We have the Hangman. So we don't want to be rash with our decisions, with our moves. We need to think it through. We need to understand how the balance needs to be in our life. This could be a time where we let go of something, a habit or a routine, a person, a situation, in order to truly step into a balance. And our final card is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is all about thinking outside the box. Really stretching your imagination to the limit of what can be, of what you can step into, of what you can create. So 27 is really this wonderful divine energy when you look at the energy of 27, because it is marriages, it is love, it is deeper commitments, it is new paths, new travel, new exploration. So, and then we are in a 3 months, so that is our creativity coming through. This is about widening the lens, seeing more than one way forward, understanding that there's different paths that will lead us to the same goal. Now we start with the Five of Cups, and this isn't an overly positive card, but this is really reminding us not to cry over spilled milk, to let go of what we can't change, of what we have no control over. More so, it does give a strong indication that we can't beat ourselves up about what happened yesterday or last week or last year or 20 years ago. That we have to leave the past in the past. We can't go back and re-walk that path. We can't change our words. We can't change our actions. And so we have to take that knowledge and take it forward. We cannot get hung up on something that didn't work, a failing perhaps. And so we didn't go forward at one point in our life because we made this decision or that choice, or we said those words, or we had this action in our life, and all of a sudden we found ourselves in a place where we didn't want to be, or it slowed us down, or it dissipated our energy in some way. And we can actually get hung up on what prevented us before on moving forward in a certain direction, or really fulfilling a goal or a dream or a desire. Okay, this is where procrastination starts coming in. This is where the ego starts telling you to stay where you are, where it's safe. Don't try that again. Remember last time you failed. You don't want to be the laughing stock again. You don't want people pointing fingers at you. You want people to like you. So we can't move forward. And that's, that's ingrained. That's a primitive sensation that we have. And it's there to keep us safe. That new is, and the unknown is risky, is daring. is unsafe because we don't know what to expect. And so we stay in the comfort zone. We stay in the rut. And this is warning us that we have to really get out of that rut, that we have to spring forth, that we have to go on our abilities, our talents, of what works in our life. Now we have the Five of Wands here. So, and look at that big, huge moon in the background. So, you know, this is where we want to stand above everybody else. This is where we really want to make a difference. This is where we want to bring out our strength. This is where we want to win big time. Meet our goals, but not, just goals. They're big goals, they're big dreams, they're big desires. And this could be enlisting the help, joining new groups of people that are like-minded, so that you can feed off of each other's energy instead of being dissipated by each other's energy. But this is you standing above or leading the way. So, you start to get that positive attitude and it becomes intoxicating to other people. They start to get positive. And hopefully they're getting positive about your ideas, where you want to go, so that they pitch in, they help, they offer assistance. They come up with some great ideas. They come up with some wonderful contacts for you. Because I don't think no man is an island. And this is where allowing other people in, maybe different opinions, maybe different ways of working a creative project, is really going to move you in a new direction, in a strong direction. We have the Nine of Pentacles here. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is the new day dawning. First of all, it tells me about this very spiritual aspect that you have. So pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. Okay, if you go into trance, and a trance is just a normal, everyday human experience. Okay, we all go into trance. You ever watch a movie and all of a sudden you see the credits starting to roll and you're like, what happened? I missed it. I was staring right at it and I missed it completely. Or somebody's talking to you and then all of a sudden they ask you a question and you kind of snap out of it and you're like, what did you say again? Because even though they were standing or sitting right in front of you, you didn't hear a word of it. You ever leave for work in the morning and then somehow you got there and you can't remember making the turns or if you stopped? That's all moments of trance. So pay attention to where your mind drifted to, because we do have the Page of Wands at the end of this. And we do have the Hangman, the very next card. So our thoughts, our intuition, those ideas that come to us are so important right now. Journal. Write it down. And maybe, you write down one thing or two things or three things and it really doesn't make a lot of sense, but you start to really keep track of it. And all of a sudden, it'll start to go together. And new ideas, new ways of thinking about things, new perceptions will come into being because you've taken the time to write down those individual thoughts. This is the new day dawning. This tells me that it's all the work that you've done. All the steps that you've taken to this point has led you to this moment in time, to step into a new path, to realize new dreams, new adventures, to be the pioneer, to set forth. Now, this could be in your health and well-being, this could be in your spirituality, this could be career work. It all depends. Each one of us will be different on where we actually realize this energy, this new energy forming in our life. And for some of us, it'll be a combination, because when we are looking at our career, then we also have to be mindful of family, friends, our health and well-being, our spirituality, because it all goes together. And so the Hangman is here telling us that we need to approach everything with a balance. that we can't try and push through energy that's not ready for us yet. The path appears as we are ready for it. This is a time to understand, to take a step back, to realize where we want to go, what we want to do. This is a time of planting the seeds. Now, the energy for the new moon will last until the April new moon. So around the 23rd to the 27th, somewhere in there, 28 days. I'm not going to do the math. But the first 2 weeks are the most potent of the new moon. So there's the day of the new moon, March the 27th, and then the following 2 weeks is really where we want to plant those seeds. So when the new moon appears, we don't want to plant the seeds too much earlier then because we still have the full moon in there. So this card is really telling us to slow it down, to process the information, to understand what works in our life, what doesn't work in our life, where we need to release energy, allow forgiving, allow healing, allow closure, allow endings, so that new beginnings can form, new starts can happen, new relationships can grow, new opportunities can present themselves. And once again, we have the moon there, and we have the two birds, the two ravens, the messengers, coming in to give us that intuitive power. So pay close attention to your thoughts. I mean, this is a beautiful time. Well, you know, I do have the new moon affirmation video up there. I have morning affirmations. I have a deep breathing that has some affirmations in it. So, you know, and listen to them so that you can take some of the information from there, some of the lines that really, you know, called to you, that you take ownership of them. Write them down and make a mantra for yourself. Make a mission statement for yourself. Set some goals for yourself. Get into the practice of once a day for 30 seconds, a minute, to say a couple of affirmations. Money comes to me because I'm me. Love surrounds me every moment of every day. I am perfect because I am me. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way, okay? It's not the perfect, I'm better than everybody else. It means I don't have any flaws that are really hindering me. It's only my perception of my gifts and my talents and my ability where I realize, you know, oh, well, this is more of a flaw because it doesn't work well with me. When in actuality, it's something to really help you grow. People don't like themselves for certain reasons. It's usually the thing that everybody else secretly admires about you. So you may think, well, I'm just too much of a neat freak and I drive people crazy, but boy, don't they lean on you when it comes time to arrange something and they really need all the ducks in a row because they know that you have that quality, that trait that's going to help them succeed. People may push you away because you're too caring or too loving. But boy, when they need a shoulder to cry on, they know who to call. You may not like that freckle or that little mole, and other people see it as the beauty mark. Never take what you see as a disadvantage in your life as a disadvantage. Understand it as a stepping block towards your beauty, your empowerment, your magnificence. You were given that unique trait for a reason. Understand it as the tool it is. We have the Page of Wands here as our last card. Page of Wands is opening up our minds, our creativities, thinking beyond the box, knowing that there is no box, that the sky is the limit, that we can create, that we can step into, that we can become whatever we want as a goal, a dream, a desire. Will it take hard work? Probably. Will it take determination? Most likely. Will there be stumbling blocks and days when you really think that you've gone backwards? Absolutely. So it's the belief that you can do, that you can be, that you can become. I love this card because it is so bland in its colors, except for the headdress there. Okay, and I don't know how clearly you can see it, but that has just all these amazing colors bursting from it. It's our thoughts, it's our creativity, it's tapping into it. It's about not putting limits on ourselves and dispelling the limitations that we have put on ourselves in our life. The I want to do it, but I can't because. Whatever that next statement is, that's what you need to focus on releasing during this new moon so that you can step into what you've always wanted to do but always held back because of a fear, because of a worry, because of a concern, because of a lack of belief in yourself. This is where you can find the strength. Remember, we start with this card, okay? And this gives us our lack of belief. This dissipates our energy. This is where we talk ourselves into believing that we can't do or be or become what we want because. This is crying over spilt milk of something that happened yesterday that we can't fix, that we can't redo. And replaying it just keeps that energy alive. So it's allowing closure on those types of things, those thoughts, those habits. So we have a very strong and beautiful moon. We have a very strong and beautiful moon to step into our new day dawning. And knowing that you already have the tools needed in your toolbox. Let's get a Journey of Love card here. Because the moon is all about our love, our compassion. Might be a love of a passion or a person, a dream, a community, a cause. Yin Yang Lover. Wow. Look at the colors in this one. Now, with the new moon, now Venus is retrograde, so it has already crossed over the moon. It's crossed over the sun. So it holds this energy, I think, very closely. I think it's very close. It'll probably be about 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 degrees of Aries because it's getting ready to go into Pisces. So it's going towards a very strong area of the universe at that 29 degree as it goes into Pisces, which is so spiritual, so deep. Number 8. Number 8 is our empowerment. The moment when you feel my heart again is measured not in time or sweet remorse, nor tears that wash away unbridled pain, or morning's light which sings its soft retort. Such love has slept through storm and winters long, no call could break the stillness embrace, or hasten change before the season's song unfurls its melody and words so chaste. Empowered thus I found myself compelled to cast aside emotions dormant still. My feelings spoke from depths and answer welled. No need or past the emptiness to fill. At one our touch has opened hearts anew, of patience born, there waits a love so true. The force of attraction is stronger than your conscious control. There is no need to fight this inner genius. You can learn to speak its language instead. What is it that captures you, that pulls you close, that holds so much light for you? And why fight it? Don't step away from what you really love to grab hold of a second prize. Why not claim your first prize? It's there, and it's waiting for you. It is yours alone. No one else can claim your own divine birthright for you. By yielding and letting your desire fill your body, your heart, and your mind, you don't have to fight for what is already yours. It will come to you through the field of attraction that emanates from your own heart. It is not a question of worthiness or deservedness. It is not a question of trying to work out what you need or want. Your heart always knows. Listen. If you still can't hear, then just feel. You'll get the gist of it soon enough. This oracle has a message for you no matter whether you seem to be heading closer to your goal or further away. You are making real spiritual progress, and what you want is the same thing that is wanting you. What you are seeking is seeking you. It's only a matter of time before you get it. So, really, this whole reading has been about the force of attraction, being strong, of calling us. And, the majority of people I talk to is, I can feel it, I just don't know what it is. I want to go in this direction. I want to start new beginnings here, but I don't see the way forward. What is it that captures you, that sets you on fire, that fills you with passion? Remember, Aries is a fire sign. When you want to get a fire going, start to blow on it. You give it a little bit of energy. You give it a little bit of air, which is our thoughts. Fuel that fire. Get it rocking. Get on fire for your dreams, your desires, your goals. We are in 1 year, 2017 is a 10, which is a 1. That's the pioneer, that's the adventurer, that's the new start. And if you look at numerology, numerology is the numbers 1 through 9. And the 1 through 9 is a cycle. And each number represents a different part of that cycle. So we are in a 1 energy. So what we decide on as new paths going forward is going to have a tremendous effect on the next 8 years of our development before we enter that 9 year, so that we can start to clear away and begin again. We are in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, and it's our new moon. We've just had the spring equinox. So there's all kinds of 1 energy around us, allowing us to move forward, allowing us to capture the beauty of what can be in our life. So remember, this is a new day dawning for you. It's time to put the old behind you, what didn't work, what you failed at, where you fell, where you stumbled, and look towards what you can do, where you can go. We have the Page of Wands as the very last card, telling us to dream, to expand our mind, our creativity, of what we want to go forward, and dream big. With the 5 of Wands, I think it's a very strong possibility that we are not just going for a goal, but we're going for the goal. We're going for that number 1. So very much like our card indicated, why go for second place? Why go for second prize when you can have first place, when you can have the prize? But then we have the Hangman, who says we need to think it through. We need to be the diplomat. We need to understand, at what cost do we have this? So we don't want to be moving too quickly, or we don't want to let the ego allow greed or envy or jealousy into the mix, because most surely it will fail long term if we allow the ego to take over. It's very much about your heart, your passions, your dreams, and knowing that you've got this. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you. A quick moment of your time. We are in some incredible energy. Okay, we are in 1 year energy. So what we do this year, the paths we start, the energy that we ask to come into our lives is going to make a difference for the continued next 8 years of our life. We are entering the spring equinox. The sun is now in Aries. We have the new moon in Aries in which to plant our seeds, our new seeds of development, of growth, of goals, of dreams, of desires. So for a very limited time, now until the end of March, I've got some wonderful specials going on for obtaining a personal reading through me. So if you want to take advantage of a personal reading, now's the time. www.tarotwithtilly.com. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to exploring your new path with you. And I want just the very, very best going forward for you, because I do love you.